Amelia Earhart was born July 24th, 1898, in Atchison, Kansas.
Amelia was the pioneer of the sky. She was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, solo, and the first one to attempt flying around the world at the equator.
1910. Amelia was a daredevil. She did things her grandma didn't like. For example, she built a roller coaster homemade. When people were afraid of going on it, she did it anyway. In fact, she loved it. Amelia's family saw Halley's Comet. She wished on it and said she would do exciting things when she grows up.
Around 1916, Amelia went to Toronto, Canada to visit Muriel. After watching an air show, then Amelia wanted to ride a plane. Then Amelia decided to fly instead of being a doctor. Now this was on one of Amelia's vacations. This is Amelia Earhart as a nurse in Toronto when she was in her 20s. In 1917, 20-year-old Amelia took a brief vacation from school to visit her sister Mira, who was going to school in Toronto. She also got the Spanish flu and suffered after effects throughout her life. In 1921, Amelia's dream came true. She was finally taking flying lessons. In order for her to take flying lessons, she had to have a job. The money she earned from the job was to pay her flying teacher. Not long after learning to fly, she set a woman's record for flying 14,000 feet high. One day in 1922, Amelia set a woman's record for flying 14,000 feet. That's almost 3 miles high. But Amelia Earhart wanted to go higher, beat her own record. Amelia didn't go higher. She only went to 11,000 feet this time, because she ran into some thick clouds and there was sleet and snow. Not only this, but the cold stung her face. She could not see. Amelia knew that she had to get out of this stormy situation. So she did a tailspin and landed safely on the ground. 1928. Amelia was called by George Putnam to fly across the Atlantic Ocean as a passenger. When it was time to go, Amelia climbed into the plane and took off. Although she was not the pilot, she promised herself that someday she would learn instrument flying so she could fly across the Atlantic Ocean solo. Ready? In 1931, Amelia marries George Putnam. George promised that he would help Amelia with her flying. George and Amelia had a lot in common. George and Amelia published a book together about Amelia's flying adventures.
In 1932, Amelia had her dream come true. She had flown across the Atlantic Ocean solo. She flew from New York to London. It took her 15 hours and 18 minutes to cross the Atlantic. To honor her success, Amelia was invited to many parties. One night, she even danced with the Prince of Wales.
In 1937, before Amelia was about to retire, Amelia decided to take a last flight. The flight would be around the world at the equator. George and Amelia planned out the gas stops. When Amelia was ready, the plane's wing broke. They had to pay $80,000 to get it fixed. Then after the plane was fixed, Amelia took off. Amelia planned stops throughout the trip. In 1937, when Amelia Earhart was halfway around the world, she was running out of gasoline. She thought that she was right above the Ithaca, Amelia's supply ship, but Amelia and Fred were not above the Ithaca. This was very bad because the plane was really low on gas. Amelia and Fred couldn't find the Ithaca, and they had barely any more gas left. Soon, Amelia Earhart and Fred Newman were out of gasoline. The plane was now heading toward the water, so George P. Putnam read the letter. Amelia said that he could only read if she never came back.
1939. The search for Amelia was over. Everyone declared she was legally dead. Although Amelia is dead, we still celebrate her for being the first woman to cross the Atlantic Ocean in a plane and trying to go around the world at the equator. Amelia's failure was a challenge to others to accomplish what she attempted to do.